Your soul is the echo of your ancestry, each ache a whisper from the past. In this bridge episode, I'll guide you through a simple practice, inviting our bodies to remember their true mission and release what was never ours to carry. Hello, beloved soul contract keepers. This is Marci Lubore, your guide on this path of sacred unlayering. Thank you for joining me in this intimate bonus episode. Today I step into full visibility with a bridge into our next journey, Soul Contract of Healing, beginning with episode 31, Heal Inherited Trauma and Chronic Pain. The Soul Contract of Healing begins. Everything is happening for us, and our souls are here on this mission. Like attracts like. The patterns in your tissues are invitations from your lineage calling you home. Your soul is an expression of ancestral remembrance, devotion, precision, permission, and sacred sight. Tools that allow us to lay karma to rest and safeguard the generations to come. In this series, our soul steps up to release unfinished karmic experiences, those tangible echoes of unresolved grief, anger, scarcity, and chronic conditions that show up in our lives, so we can embody freedom and wholeness. We are called together as a quantum collective healing path to awaken and transform. A spiritual shift has been reverberating across the planet, an energy that has intensified. It's not subtle anymore. It is what arises from the depths when the surface gets cracked. Your solar plexus may burn with a new courage to clear what you no longer need and only hold what is true. What has been buried doesn't stay buried. Your fears, your doubts, your inner wounds, they don't stay quiet. They rise, they ache, they speak. Let yourself breathe, even when the emotions surge. Your soul is strong enough now to witness them. This is shadow work and ancestral healing in action. The one shaped by rejection, abandonment, failure, and fear. The shadow isn't your enemy, it's your forgotten companion, stepping forward to ask for your attention, your honesty, your love. When old patterns and triggers return, when you wonder, why am I so easily thrown off center? Remember, it's not regression, it's revelation. Your soul contracts have been stirred, and with them, the karmic residue you've carried lifetime after lifetime. Some of it is yours, some inherited, and all of it is rising to be understood. The soul does not want to be cured, it wants to be seen. Together, we answer the soul's call, igniting a cascade of remembrance and ascension that will ground us deeply in the soul contract of healing journey. Let us take a moment to call in our ancestors' remembrance, those who walked before us, whose joys and pain echo in ourselves. May their calling gift us information and courage to heal these aches, and in doing so, free not only ourselves, but the children of our children. Over the past episodes together, you've awakened your inner healer and embodied the 5 frequencies of healing, feeling each vibration settle into your bones. You've seen how remembrance, devotion, precision, permission, and sacred sight were already singing in yourselves. Is it yours or your lineage's? Decode the sacred root of what you've been feeling. I invite you to listen even more deeply to your body's symptoms as silent whispers guiding you to the root. What if this ache isn't even yours? What if this pattern isn't about you alone? What if it's a message carried through your bloodline, waiting for acknowledgement and release? Beloveds, I've walked this exact path through chronic pain, grief, unresolved trauma, suppression, anxiety, anger, and tension in my body, so much of which did not even belong to me. For years, I carried the injustice of it all in my very cells, feeling the weight of another time and another story pressing down. But on the other side of that struggle, I discovered a profound truth. With love, I am powerful, graceful, and wise. Now, with tenderness and compassion as my guides, I can lean deeply into each pattern, inviting it to speak, to show me its message. I whisper into the ache, "What are you trying to tell me?" And in that question, the healing begins. I found freedom and liberation on the other side, and I know how potent this healing can be when we trace it back to its soul contract roots. We have a 6-part journey ahead, starting with episode 31. Over 6 episodes, I'll guide you through unearthing ancestral pacts, releasing vows that were never yours to bear, decoding your sacred agreements, listening to the messages written in your bones and breath, ritual transmissions, practices to realign your energy with your soul's true path, stories of remembrance, weaving narrative, medicine, and the wisdom you've already embodied, cultivating gentle presence, honoring the timing of your own deep knowing, an embodied activation, breathing life into the healing covenant you hold with yourself and your lineage. Each frequency is a generational safekeeper. Every time you use these tools, you're laying down ancestral burdens and opening the door to a new inheritance of freedom. If you'd like a gentle refresher on the 5 frequencies, revisit episodes 25 to 30 before we begin, so that each tone is warmly in your bones as we unlayer your soul contracts. Before we step into episode 31, take my quick frequency self-check, a 5-question introspective quiz to discover which frequency your body is calling for right now. Download the PDF and accompanying ritual guides in the show notes or at healingtouchnaturalessentials.com. And prepare your space and your energy for our journey together. If your heart quickens at the thought of this sacred exploration, if you feel that familiar pulse of remembrance, then you're invited to call me in. Simply reply with, "Yes, Marci." DM me on Instagram at healingtouchnaturalessentials or email me at hello@healingtouchnaturalessentials.com. And together we'll step into episode 31 and beyond. I hold profound gratitude for how far you've come, how courageously you've answered your ancestors' call. I await your invitation with grace. Until we gather again, know that by saying yes, you're stepping into the freedom from ancestral burdens that your body and your lineage have been longing for. Are you ready to answer your soul's invitation and embrace the healing that awaits? Say yes.